Good morning, everyone. Oops, sorry, user errors here for a second. Good morning, everyone. Laura Johnson here with IMS. Excited to have you all on this um, meeting with us. Wanted to just first introduce myself and who we've got on the line with us. So we've got myself, Laura Johnson, been with IMS for collectively like 14, 15 years. We've got Andre Thompson, our regional VP with SILAC here with us. So excited to have him on the line as well. We're going to be going through some of their, just kind of a quick overview of their products, where they're a good fit, talk a little bit about the index options they've got, and just some exciting things that SILAC has going on. So really excited to have Andre with us today. And then we've also got Matt Sabal on the line, who's going to be with us today as well. He worked newer here at IMS on the annuity team. So anytime you need help on the annuity side of things, don't hesitate to give myself or Matt a call. Matt will be following up with all of you guys following this presentation. So with that, you get to listen to me for just a little bit first. You just talk a little bit about IMS and some of the things we have to offer here, incentives, things like that. So when you first come on board with IMS, we've got what we call a new producer bonus available for you. With this, as you can see on the screen, we've got 5 different tiers: 100, 250, 500, 750, and a million. And as you can see, it's all geared toward marketing. Really, what we want is off that first couple pieces of business you write with IMS to be able to really partner with you, uh, put back into your business toward marketing, whether it be with seminars, radio, maybe you just want the marketing reimbursement to do other marketing things, buy leads, things like that. A lot of great opportunities here. So really, again, this is our goal with this is to partner with you right out the gate. Once you cash out, again, you have 6 months. I don't know if I mentioned that from the date you contract with them. So 180 days to qualify. FIAs count dollar for dollar. It's for FIA business only. If you're curious where you stand, you give your marketer a call. They can look into that for you. Once we cash out our new producer bonus, we move you into a marketing reimbursement program. So we're going to talk about the bottom part of this slide first. So for every 100,000 of index annuity premium you do, we put $100 in a marketing account for you. For every 100,000 of single premium life business, we'll put $200 in that account. And for every 10,000 of life target premium, that's equivalent to $200 as well. So constantly earning marketing dollars. I had an agent, she's been doing business with IMS for 4 or 5 years now, called me up the other day. She goes, I don't think I've ever done this. Looked up, she had like $8,000 worth of stuff just hanging out in her marketing reimbursement. So we're doing a bunch of marketing campaigns. So it carries over, keeps stacking until you're ready to do some marketing. So really a great program there. We also have a referred producer program. I mean, if you've been in the business any length of time, you know referrals are important in your business. I'll say that they're equally as important in ours. So what we do is we've built this referred producer program where you have an opportunity to get a little kickback on the business your referral writes. And now this doesn't come out of your commission. This doesn't come out of your referrals commission. This comes out of our pocket. This is us saying thank you, and these checks are paid out quarterly. And I'll tell you, I've seen some big checks go out, and these are Stephen Charles's favorite checks to sign, I would say, because that means we're doing something right. So if you've got someone um, that you think would benefit from the services and what we have here at IMS, just reach out to your marketer, give them their name, number, email address. We'll be happy to follow up on those and help you earn some extra money. It's also a great way to earn that money without having to take on downline agents and have that extra responsibility of potential chargebacks and things like that. If you haven't been with IMS long, it's part of our name, Insurance Agency Marketing Service. Service is our number one goal when it comes to anything here at IMS. If you've called in here, you know that it starts with picking up that phone, usually within a couple rings. That will never change. You will always get a live person. If you ask to call and ask for me and I'm not at my desk, you ask to leave a voicemail, they'll take a message and email it to me. We don't even do voicemail. So we think it's really important to answer questions when they're needed. We want to be available and ready to help, not having you sit on hold and leave voicemails hoping for a call back. So we definitely think that's a very important thing. I would say our number one thing. And that's the start of the service. Then it continues through your whole experience. I mean, from all the case design, all the illustrations, things like that. When you're writing, making sure your training's done. I mean, really anything we can do to take off your plate, make your life a little easier, we think is important. When you're submitting applications, if you submit them through our office, our team scrubs them. We then put them in a system, follow up on them every 3 to 5 business days. We're chasing down transfers for you. We're ordering your parameds for you. Those are things that we want to do for you, so you can stay in the field doing what you do best. On the screen, you'll see our website, www.imsinc.com. I'm not going to bore you and go through the whole thing. What I will point out is just a couple things that I think are really nice on our website. Number one, you've got access to Annuity Rate Watch, which is very helpful. If you work on the annuity side at all, you can do your own income quotes, check out current rates, all the product details. We've got our eApp Solutions tab, which will allow you to do Firelight, iGo eApp, or Connect for Medicare apps. So regardless if you're doing life annuity or Medicare business with us, you have a single sign-on to one website, and you can do applications with all the carriers. So we think that's really important. Another good feature is our sales resource library. It's probably underused for what it's got out there. What it is it's under the support tab, sales resource library, and it's got tons of client presentations. Your client goes, what's a fixed indexed annuity? There's a 10-page document out on the sales resource library that will tell you everything you need to know about an indexed annuity. What's a cap? What's a participation rate? All the basics. And they've got that on probably 100 different topics. There's fact finders, there's financial calculators, a ton of great information. So I encourage you to go check that out. You can also request quotes, request stuff from our creative department, all of that just through our website. Firelight, if you're not using Firelight, Andre, when he comes on, will tell you you should be using Firelight, because Firelight gets your business on the annuity side through the hopper, probably I'd say 3 to 5 business days faster than if you do a paper application. Here's why. It's all electronic. Again, you'll have a single sign-on to our website. You can do them there. After you complete the app, it comes to us for review still. Goes to the home office. It's an automated process. A lot of these carriers are now building into their e-app suitability as well. So I've seen with some carriers that if we submit it through an e-app, it automatically uploads into the carrier's website. And sometimes we have suitability decisions on the same day. Opposed to if we did a paper app and we got to mail it in or fax it in, then you got to have the lady at the home office sit there and manually type it in, which is usually 2 to 3 day process. And then we've got to get it over to suitability for review. A lot more room for error, a lot slower time. I'm telling you, if you're not using Firelight, you should start learning now, because it's the way the industry's headed. So, and as you can see on the screen, all the carriers, I'd say all but 1 or 2 are on Firelight. All right, I mentioned our creative department, but let's talk about them for a minute. Jacob and his team, they do great things for all of our advisors, anywhere from maybe you're new to the business and you need a logo design. Maybe you want to, have more of a social media following, or, be more present online. We can help with anything from social media stuff, websites, logo. You want to trifold, anything you're looking to do, we can do here in-house. I always tell people there's no cost to my creative department if you're doing all your business with IMES. You're going to be constantly earning those marketing dollars, which can be used for some of their services. Or if you're writing enough business, you just get access to the creative department. So what they do on that side is amazing for our agents. They can help you do a full, marketing analysis, so we know exactly what timing we want to do stuff at, kind of playing out your marketing, make sure they're on the same page. They'll jump on conference calls with us if we need to talk about projects we want to do. But just know that you do have a back office support when it comes to creative design as well. For those of you who don't know, we do have a sister company, Imes Wealth Management. So about 5 years ago, the DOL, the dreaded DOL, was hanging over our heads, and at that time, Charles and Steve said it was time. So we did enter into the wealth management side as well. So we do have an RIA. Just really quickly going to talk on two parts. Number one, if you're an advisor considering making a change or interested in talking with our team about our platform and what we have to offer, they're run on the same model as IMES on the insurance side as far as service, relationships, making it a family feeling. So you're going to get that from both sides of both companies. But we also have a client direct portion. We know there's a lot of agents out there who maybe you're just at the end of your career, maybe, or kind of getting toward the end, and studying for the 65 does not sound fun. Doesn't sound fun to me either. But we think it's important to have an outlet for you and your clients as well. Because when you walk into a house and there's 500,000 on the table, well, you know that SILAC's only going to be able to take 70% of that, right? So what are you going to do with the other 30%? Just going to leave it there for someone else to slide in and pick that up? No, we think it's important to have an option for you. So we do have an employee over there, Zach Reed, who handles the client direct portion of this business. And what he does is helps with your clients. You handle the annuity. He's happy to jump on a conference call with you and the client. He'll do the other 30%, handle that for you. You and I take care of the annuity, and you know that your client is in a safe place. No other advisor is going to be stepping in to take over that relationship, and we think that's really important. So it's a new program we've recently added. So if you are interested in either talking with our team about maybe joining IMES and or our client direct program, if you just want to answer yes to the poll question I just launched, then all that's going to do is get you a phone call from Zach or Duncan over on the wealth management team. They'll just get to you, answer whatever questions you may have. So if you guys could just answer that quickly so we can move on, that would be awesome. Got some slow responders on here today. All righty, so got one or two more things and we'll hand it off to Andre. Life and annuity academies. These are really important in our business. If you've talked to any of our agents, this is something that's helped grow their business. We think it's really important not only to have FaceTime with you guys and build those relationships, let you see the family feel that we have here at IMES, but we think it's also to give you the right resources you need to have success. So what we do is we're actually doing 6 of these this year, where it's a 2.5-day training, all expense paid. So we pick up the flights, the meals, the hotel, and we bring you into either our office or one of the home offices for an in-depth training. I will tell you, this is not annuities 101. It's not life insurance 101. This is geared toward giving you the tools and marketing resources you need to grow your business. So if you're in the business looking to take your business to the next level, and you're actively working with IMES and writing business through IMES, this is a great opportunity because it's going to have advanced marketing tools. We're going to have software tools, things that we have available for you that you can use complimentary because of working with IMES. We're going to have different marketing people there with us to give you some ideas. We're going to bring in some of our top agents, and they're going to say, hey, here's what I did from going to being $1 million producer to writing $6 million today. They're going to show you exactly what they did to scale their business, and we're there to help do that with you. So the next one is actually partnered with SILAC here in Omaha next week. So registration for that has closed, but we do have another, got 2 IUL ones we're doing this summer, and then we'll have another one here at our home office in August. So if you are looking to potentially attend one of these, if you want to answer yes, we'll get that registration link sent out to you following the webinar. Again, this is a pre-registration link letting us know you're interested. Again, requirements to come, you need to be contracted with IMES and doing business with IMES. So it's really geared toward building that partnership with you. So we want people who want to partner with us. All righty, well, I think I've talked enough. So we close that down. We're going to, oh, no, I didn't. Just slide. One last thing. Seaside Sanctuary, we do have a trip. I love trips. Everyone loves trips. So our top producer program $4.5 million gets you and a guest out to South Carolina for the Seaside Sanctuary, golf, spa, everything included for you and a guest. Plenty of time still to qualify. Qualification ends at the end of the year. So if you are curious where you stand, give your marketer a call. They can help you out, give you those answers, but really excited about that as well. And now I am going to go ahead and hand it over to Andre. Again, Andre is our regional VP with SILAC. He's going to give you all the fun facts, what SILAC's got going on. And with that, Andre, time is yours.
Thanks, Laura and IMS, for allowing me the opportunity just to quickly go over what we can offer many of you and your clients in the fixed indexed annuity space. As Laura indicated, we are one of the strategic partners with IMS, and definitely appreciate the business if you've done business with us before. And if you have not, this will be a good overview of what you have available to you. So I will dive right in and just kind of give you like some of the core staples of what the focus of SILAC is. And this is basically the 4 tenets of how we like to look at the industry and how we develop products, meaning clean and simple, not a lot of complications. It's straightforward. All of our fixed index annuities are 1-year strategies. You'll see, especially if you do, like Laura indicated, annuity rate watch, that many of our products are going to be in that top 3 to 5 space, if not in number 1. And then overall consistency. And what we mean by that is we offer a level option budget, and that has been consistent since we started in this fixed index annuity space 5 years ago. And you're able to see that consistency as far as renewals to those contracts that you place with us. Or if you haven't done business with us, what you will find is that our renewal history is pretty strong and reliable. So I'll quickly dive into one of the first products that we offered out there on the market space, our MYGAs. We offer 2, 3, and 5-year options. Earlier this year, we were probably number 1 or number 2 in the MYGA space as far as rates. You can see that we can go up to age 90. We have some liquidity options. We basically offer secure savings and secure savings elite. And the elite option offers a higher rate, and it gives you those a la carte liquidity options for you and your clients if you so choose. Here's a good reference point. You can see here we have our 2-year rate, secure savings, which is a little bit lower, but they automatically include those liquidity riders, and then what happens upon death as far as account value to the spouse. Then you have to the right our secure savings elite options, which again, the rates are higher, but you can add liquidity riders like 5% penalty-free withdrawals, accumulated interest, or RMDs at between 6 to 10 basis points. What I do want to point out here is that these rates are all going to be dropping here probably within the next couple of weeks. So if you think one of these might fit with you and your client, I would definitely implore you to get with IMS, talk about the particular options we provide, and then obviously you can get that done on Firelight to get the application done quickly, as Laura indicated. Again, all these rates right now, we've held them for about a month, and I do anticipate that we'll be dropping those again here very soon. So to first jump into our first fixed indexed annuity, it's just our Teton product. And our Teton, it's strictly accumulation focused. We do have 7, 10, and 14-year options as indicated here. We do offer some premium bonuses, between 5 to 10%, and we have cumulative free withdrawals, 30%. What that means is that automatically when you write a contract, we offer 5% free withdrawal. If you decide to defer that, then that would go up to 10%, and then 15%, and then it caps out at 30%. So obviously that is 6 years into the contract. You can get up to 30% free withdrawals, and then it resets. Those are no charges to this particular option, and you will find that none of our products have any fees on our portfolio. I do want to highlight the fact that we are going to be making some changes to the Teton that are going to basically give you a good delineation between Teton and some of our other fixed index annuities. What you can look forward, and you'll see some communication come out from us in the next couple of weeks, is we're going to offer 10% free withdrawal. We're going to offer a wellness benefit to the spouse. So if you have any clients that have some qualified money, typically that's individually owned, but if the spouse for that particular owner is not able to do 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, you'll have that option available to you. And then we also increase that cumulative free withdrawal up to 50%. Now, the key change, and you'll see this as it comes out and we highlight and market this more, is that we're going to call that Teton elevation. And those particular options that I just referenced, and there will be a couple others in there, that's going to be a spread. So again, we don't have any fees on our portfolio. So you basically zero is your hero. With that spread, that still is going to be very beneficial for the client, because in a down year, or if it's flat, you're not going to get that spread charged to the client's contract. That spread only comes into play on positive years of credit. So to give you an example, it's like 50 basis points to get the 10% free withdrawal and that spousal benefit. What would happen is if that year that contract credited 10% and it's a 50 basis point spread, 9.5 would go to the client's account. So that's something we're very excited about and be on the lookout for through IMES and our organization to start highlighting Teton elevation, which will be available later on this month. Here's just an overview of like the issue ages and the premiums that we do allow. As you can see here, we allow premiums for up to the first 12 months. After that particular point, no additional premiums are paid. If you add premium within that first 12 months, that is additional compensation that paid out there in the first year. We do say that we have a max premium of $1 million, but I can tell you that we have a large premium case form, and we do make exceptions to take money in addition to $1 million. We just have to get the fact pattern and clear it, but that's something we do daily. So these are just basically the core tenets of our Teton product and bonus and non-bonus product. And to give you a reference point, here's some of the rates. Since we raised rates the start of this year after our capital raise, you can see a lot of these are very competitive. And if any of you, I know I quickly touched on the MIGA space, but with some of the rates in our bonuses, it might actually behoove your client to look more at a fixed index annuity at our 7, 10, or 14 year than doing maybe a 2, 3, or 5 year MIGA, and the return on the client's money. You actually have a little bit more flexibility. So these are some of the rates that we have. As you can see, very competitive and strong. Some of our volatility indexes are well above 200%. And that boost strategy, if you're not familiar with that, that basically is because of our level option budget, we're able to buy more than what that index is at 100%. And we are extending that benefit back out to the client. So in an instance to where, again, let's say that particular year the crediting was flat, with the boost strategy and you did our 7-year contract, we would still credit 3.25 to the contract, even though the index was flat. That's what that boost strategy does. If it happens to be 2% and you were using our 14-year contract, then we would credit 7% to that particular option, again, at no charge to your client. And we just expanded in the state of Minnesota if any of you are riding in that particular state. Here's some of our, what I call the cliff notes. You can find this on the portal, and obviously Laura and her team and Matt can get you this information as well, as far as like what the features are within our Teton product, the bonus and non-bonus structure, and the surrender schedule, which obviously a lot of people want to know. So this is, again, at your fingertips and another resource that you have through IMES and SILAC. I will then transition over to our #1 selling fixed indexed annuity, and that is our Denali. This has been in rotation for now close to 4 years. And here's the reason why, is because it's an accumulation focused fee, as it's indicated here on the slide, but it also provides income. And true to form, we keep everything linear, 7, 10, and 14 years options. We have bonus and non-bonus versions, but you can see that fixed rate is 5.75%. We have some of those par rates in between 45 and 60% on the S&P, and then on our volatility indexes, you can see some instances where we will go above, or excuse me, up to 300%. You now have lifetime withdrawal option and wellness riders if the client can't do 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. That wellness benefit is going to be 2 times that income benefit for an individual, or 1.5 times if you have a joint contract. As I said, clean and simple, standard 7, 10, and 14-year contracts. You can see that the issue ages are the same, the premium amounts are the same, and we have the minimum and maximum amounts total indicated there. But again, if you decide to have a case that is above 1 million, we will take it. We just have to do a large case premium form. Here's some of the highlights on our rates. Again, 5.75% on a fixed rate, which is very strong. And then you see those caps up to 15%. And again, going back to our bonus contract to where you can get a fixed rate of 5 and then get a bonus of 10. So now you're able to tell your clients they're getting double-digit returns in year one. And especially all of you I know are doing policy reviews. This might be an opportunity to look at some of those contracts that maybe don't have as strong as crediting or don't have the flexibility that we do with our product with Denali, and it might make sense to look at that. So I can tell you that if you ever are in question of will we take a piece of business or not, we do have what we call our pre-qual suitability form. It does not need to be signed by you or your client. It just, if you can outline the facts of the case, we can get that reviewed within 24 hours or less and let you know if we'll take the business and what we'll need in order to make sure that it goes through smoothly and get it cleared and issued as soon as possible. And again, we've expanded more states, and you will see Denali, we are looking to expand this in other states like California here shortly. So be on the lookout for that update, because I do think it's going to be something that is going to create a ripple effect. And just to quickly give you a visual of why this is one of our strongest contracts and our number one seller, this is an example of somebody looking at our Denali 14 issue age 60 and looking for income, and we allocated between our S&P 500 monthly cap and their Atlas volatility index with 280% participation rate. As you can see here, the annual effective rate is 8.24. That might seem high, so if you want to basically make this a little bit more conservative, then we indicate and basically suggest that you look more and allocate more to the fixed account, and you can drop that rate. But in any event, you can see there's a couple zeros in here over the past 10 years, and so that's where that annual effective rate yields. But after 10 years of the contract, that 100,000 is now doubled to 220,000, and you can start lifetime income year 11 at 11,585. But the story can get better. In this instance, like I indicated, we do have wellness withdrawals, and it's 2 times the benefit of that lifetime income, and that's indicated on our illustration software. And as you can see here, it's 23,170. But you can see in the subsequent year, your account value actually went up because you had a positive year, and the client is able to recognize that growth in their contract as well in as far as the withdrawal benefit. So you can see you now have a step up of 11,712, and now that's the entry point for their income going forward. So another great option with our particular platform. Keep in mind, you are able to go on and off of the lifetime withdrawal income if you so choose, but just keep in mind the withdrawal factor is locked in at the age that you start the income. And this just shows you like the account value is continuing to grow even though you're taking income. You have the withdrawal benefit and the total benefit from the deposit of income and the account value. It's now almost over 4 times the benefit. So I will then now transition to our final fixed indexed annuity. This is our Vega contract, and this particular product has had steady growth every single year we've introduced it. This is something that is specific to the benefit account space, so a little bit different than the account value, and I'll show you what I mean. So some of the highlights here is that, again, this is for the retirement benefit space. If you know clients that are basically know that they want to use this as like a retirement income vehicle or a wealth transfer play, Vega is going to be a great option for you. We have, again, a 50% bonus on our 7, 10, and 14-year contract. But the juice of this particular contract is the multipliers that you get not only on deferral, but on payout. And on our non-bonus contract, you can get up to a 300% multiplier on our Vega 14, which then translates to how you can take income later on when you're ready, where you can either take increasing lifetime income, level lifetime income, or something that's unique to SILAC, what we call accelerated withdrawal income, to where you're able to get that benefit paid out in either 10 to 15 years, depending on the product that you choose. And the final piece is the enhanced death benefit, and that basically is, I call it in some ways, a poor man's trust, in the fact that you're able to have that benefit value paid out over 5 years, as opposed to taking the account value as a lump sum. The beneficiary is going to be able to choose what they think is going to be best for them, the account value or the benefit value. The account value will be a lump sum. The benefit value, again, is going to be paid out over a 5-year period. Again, all at no charge. So these are some of the crediting strategies that you have available to you. The fixed rate plus 11 different crediting strategies. We just added the Duo Swift, which is the S&P 500. As it stands right now, that is specific to SILAC, but that particular index option is going to be available for all entities starting August. That anybody that has a fixed indexed annuity and is partnering with S&P 500 will have that option. But right now, it's specific to SILAC, and you have that available to you. Again, all with no fees. And so I just want to transition into like kind of the product design and how this all plays out and how it would make sense to your clients to potentially be a right fit. So you have the account value, which again is the premium plus interest credits, but the benefit value, as I indicated, is the real focus of this contract. So that's where you get the multipliers and the bonus, and it's all tied to the benefit value. And as you can see here, these are all the things that are going to be pulling from that benefit value. If the client cannot do 2 out of 6 activities at daily living, they have the wellness benefit. Again, they pass away before they're taking income, they'd have that enhanced death benefit option, which again pays out over 5 years. That accelerated withdrawal option, depending on the need, sometimes people want to get their money sooner. And again, you can get that out over a 10 or 15 year period. Keep in mind with this contract, you're going to want to stay in for the length of the contract period, which is 7, 10, or 14 years before you can really see the true potential and the benefit of that multiplier, excuse me, taking effect into the contract. And then finally, you have lifetime level withdrawals and increasing lifetime level withdrawals, or excuse me, increasing lifetime withdrawals if that's something that they so choose. I will say on these income options, once you pick that particular option, you're locked into that income space and you cannot switch back to another one. Here are the issue ages and the multipliers. As you can see, you can go all the way up to age 80 and get a 50% bonus. The multipliers on deferral on our bonus contracts are identical. The 14 years, 200%, but the payout when they're ready to take income is also 200%. So they're going to get a strong benefit value when they're taking income. And this is what I mean by the benefit rate. As you can see here, using our Vega bonus 14, at the contract credit at 4%, we're attaching that 200% multiplier. So they get at 8% credit to their benefit rate. Pretty straightforward. Looking at our non-bonus contracts, the key difference here is the multiplier is actually higher because again, you don't have that bonus. But when you take income and the payout, it's identical to the bonus where it's between 150% for a 7-year and 200% for our 14-year contract. And just to kind of give you a visual of what that looks like, 4% times that 300% multiplier on a 14-year contract, the client gets 12% credited to their benefit rate. Here's a visual of what I'm talking about. And if you're like me, you like to see what all the fuss is about. And this is giving you a great example of how this applies to a client's contract. So that interest credit, 6% in year 1. We're going to attach that 300% multiplier. And so they get 18% credit to their benefit value. And as you can see, went from 100,000 to 118. And that continues to go across the board where that 300% multiplier applies to the contract. The one time where there is a 0 times 300 is still 0, so there's no movement there. But again, the client does not go backwards, and there are not any fees on the contract. So this is something that's very much a long-term play, especially for clients that, again, know that they're going to have to use this to sustain their lifestyle. Vega's a great option. Or again, if it's a wealth transfer play to where maybe they don't know if they want to take income, but they want to make sure they pass on an asset to their loved ones, this is a great option to use it and leveraging that enhanced death benefit option. So as you can see, the annual effective rate over a 10-year period, 5.49, which translates to 16.47. Here's a quick sales idea, just leveraging something for clients that are, a little bit younger than we would say the traditional annuity client. We have a client here that's 45 years old, and this is an idea of basically, I would say, having another alternative to a Roth IRA to, we'll say, diversify a client's portfolio. This is assuming that they basically utilize their contributions for 2022 and 2023, then also wanted to use their eligible contribution for 2024. So you're basically making 3 payments in less than a 12-month period. And as you can see here, that totals out to $18,500. The goal in this case for this 45-year-old was to take income at 65 And here's something that we have this piece on our website, but it gives you a good visual what that potentially could be for a client that is younger and wants to basically diversify their portfolio and maybe supplement what they already have with a Roth contract. And as you can see here, you have the increasing lifetime withdrawals at age 65, where it starts out at 69.98, but by the time they're age 74, it goes up to 14,000. And you can see in that fourth column, the multiplier, again, when you're taking income, we're still giving you an enhanced credit. So that particular year that they took income, it's 4.33%, but you're getting that 200% multiplier, so it's 8.65 to that benefit value, which obviously keeps that income strong. Or you have the option of our level lifetime income, which is $7,800. I'll just round down that for the life of the contract. Or you have that, like I said, that accelerate withdrawal option, where you can see that total benefit value is $174,000 from an $18,000 deposit, and you're able to take that out over a 10-year period, which translates to $17,495. I'll quickly just show you what it looks like on our bonus contract, and this is where we are getting a lot of traction in this particular space, is because of this 50% bonus. And if you have clients that have lost a lot of money over the last couple of years in their 401k or retirement contracts, this is where we're getting a lot of that business. You can see here the goal is accumulation and wealth transfer. So that $500,000 deposit, using our Vega bonus 14 and allocating to these particular indexes, here's what it translates to on our illustration. So that 500,000 with the 50%, you can see 750,000 day one. So that's very powerful. And that's something you can definitely leverage between IMS and SILAC if you think this would be a great fit for your clients. You can see that the story only continues to get better, where you start out with 500,000. Now that account value is 719, but look at the benefit value, $1.5 million based off annual effective rate of 4.87. So this is definitely a little bit more conservative, but because of those multipliers, you can see the power that it has, especially if you stay in the contract for that set period. And by the time they're 90, you have 5 times the benefit in there. So that's where we're getting a lot of juice in those particular cells. And if you have any questions on that product, please feel free to reach out to Matt, Laura, or myself and my team, and we can definitely help you with that. Now that I quickly went into like the products we offer, I do want to highlight something that's specific for you and doing business with SILAC. So what we have that we introduced at the start of this year is our SILAC Inner Circle. And what that basically boils down to is a bonus program that is available to you. You will get curated swag for things that interest you, that have the SILAC branding. You also have the SILAC experience, and what do we mean by that? Is basically heightened service within our new business team. So I can tell you our overall sales goal is 3.7 billion, but we're staffed as if we're going to write 5 billion of business. So what does that mean for you and your clients? Expedited service already. This inner circle is only going to heighten that. I can tell you we're processing some things same day. Withdrawals, we're trying to get those done within 3 to 5 business days, but you would be highlighted within our system if you qualified for this inner circle program, and I'll quickly touch on what that qualifications are. And then finally, if you have interest, we don't force anybody, but if you want to basically get to know who we are and the people that are touching your business, we provide that opportunity to come out to Salt Lake and see our office, and you can see the valley, and we'll do some other things within the particular program. But that's another offer for you as part of the Inner Circle program. So the bonus of the Inner Circle program is broken down like this: 0 to 2.5 million, there's no bonus. Once you hit that 2.5 million, you get 50 bips. Now this is a year-end bonus, so this isn't something that goes automatic, but it goes retro back to $1. So even though you didn't get the bonus initially when you started doing business with us, once you hit that 2.5 million, we'll do those 50 basis points on the first dollar. As you can see, it goes all the way up to 2% if you get up to the $10 million mark. And again, we make that retro back to $1. So it's a great program. We've had a lot of positive feedback from some of our partners and advisors and agents that have done business with us. So not only do you get additional compensation, but you get heightened service. And this is one of the main things to get into the program, is by doing business with us and hitting that $2.5 million mark. And then finally, you will be in the circle as far as the player circles trip when you hit the 2.5 million. I will say the minimum to qualify for this trip is $5 million. We just finished our Tanzania trip 2 weeks ago. Got a lot of great feedback here. I do think that anybody that's been on one of our trips, they say it's one of a kind. And this is something we want to extend to all of you by writing business with us. So it's a Danube River cruise. You start in Passau, Germany, and you sail through Austria, ending in Budapest. We are going to rent out the whole ship, so it's just going to be exclusive to SILAC and the agents that qualify and some of our carrier partners, or IMO partners, excuse me. These are the qualification periods of January 1 to December 31, 2023. And we set sail next year in 2024. So this is something that, again, we're very excited about, not only the Inner Circle program, but the products we're offering, and we will be making those enhancements. So be on the lookout for, like I said, that Teton elevation that we'll be making available at the end of this month. And if there's any other questions, Laura has my contact information, but please feel free to reach out to Imes, Laura, and Matt, or any of my team, and we are here to help service you. So thank you for the business and the time, and I will kick it back over to Matt and Laura.
Thank you, Andre. Great presentation there. I mean, as you guys all on the line saw, you know, with SILAC, you've got opportunities for income, you've got opportunities for accumulation, you've got opportunities for wealth transfer. So you've really got it all. You know, what I love about SILAC is they're transparent from the get-go. Also, you know, what's unique, I like really enjoy talking about is also their level option budget. You know, they're very transparent about their renewal rates. They are on a level option budget, so what you're you know, they're going to be, you may see rates go down a little, but I've also seen them come right back up the next year to higher than what they started out with. So they're very open, transparent, and it's a joy to do business with them. They're really easy to do business with. So last question, if you aren't currently with SILAC and you'd like to get appointed with them, if you just want to answer yes to this question, we can then, Matt will get you out the contracting link. They are it's a separate link for their contracting, so it's a little different. But we'll get that out to you today if you are interested. I don't see that any questions have been typed in. So with that, I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care.